Hello and good morning. Streaming to you live on Rumble. I am Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Thursday, June 18th, 2026. It's episode number 303. And it's going to be a good day today. I'm going to do shoulders, rotators, and traps. And there's an old saying, you can't out-train a bad diet. And this is a subject that I'll talk about. And I've got a little presentation that I'm going to feature someone who I've got a lot of respect for. And but before that, let's get on with it and do the warm up and shoulders, rotators, and traps. So as usual, I'm drinking deuterium depleted water. So only thing thus far I've had is a pinch of salt before coming down to my basement here. And for all those people out there in the world that wonder if I take any pre-workouts, I do not. Only things I kind of do is the X49. So this is the light activator phototherapy patch that I'm using to activate processes and energy inside the body. It's non-invasive. It's a transdermal patch, and I'm wearing the X39 here, and it works. That's all I can say. And when I'm showing you here live 6 days a week, I think it should motivate you and support the statement that I'm making, that I'm as real as a heart attack. So I put the heart rate monitor kind of right there. I'm gonna initialize that so you can see it's working. And there we go. There's my heart rate. So I'm going to set the metronome. Let's see here. Did it? Wonder if it disconnected. Nope. That's good. And beep, beep, beep. So, tempo wise, and I have to restart this. Let's just do that here. I was working on some stuff yesterday. There we go. That's good. So I'm gonna set the tempo at, yesterday I think I did 144, or no, I did the 165, and that was the 30-second interval warm-up. 10, 9, 8, 142. I'm gonna do 142 today. See how that feels. And I'll do this guy here. So this is the total of 9 minutes. So with a 2-minute rest at the end, just to kind of measure the recovery. And with this, I'm going to do 6.5 minutes of just 142. You can mix it up to do whatever tricks you like to do. Just try to keep that tempo. I do feel my legs from yesterday. So that's kind of why I'm going a little slower today. And the lighting is different at this time because the sun is shining through the window behind me. This is the boring part, warming up the body. I'm not jumping high enough. Now the clouds are taking the sun away. Oh, now the sun's starting to peek again through the clouds. for today. For the high intensity portion, I will try to do double unders along with running steps and keep this pace. See what happens. All right, here we go. All right. So first exercise is going to be the face bolts. And I'm looking for the other strap. Where are you? Of course, it's disguised by the all is black. So. I like to do this one first. I don't know why. Maybe just because of that. You can change the order whatever you'd like, as long as you do the exercises. All right. So I'm I'm just going to change the tempo back down to 60 beats per minute. So you can see my heart rate has recovered nicely. And with the very first exercise here, I'm taking the left anchor point, put it on the right elbow, and then switch for the other side. Okay, and so here I have tension starting on the band, and the idea behind this is to work the rear deltoids and part of the rotator. Alright, so I'm holding a second green band that's on the bottom here, and the idea is to get some rotation. Okay, I'm just going to move that out of the way. So 3 minutes worth of and with the vibration provides a disturbance, so if I'm holding it isometrically here, getting the muscle to still activate, as opposed to if you can do it without, but it's a different feel. So here, oh wow. Trying really. Oh my. It really does make the fire up those rear deltoids and the rotator. That variation is very good. And the longer you can hold that weight isometrically when the vibration is creating a lot of disturbance and a lot of discomfort, it really makes and forces those fibers to do the job. So that's why I like using it, and it's really making the muscle hit failure. Okay, so the second exercise is archers. Oh, okay. I'm just ahead of myself a little bit here. So I'm going to take the bands off here. And this is going to focus on the rear deltoids a little bit more. But at the stretch point, so when the rear deltoids are fully stretched, so the idea is to target them when they are, to activate the muscle when from the stretch point. All right, that's where I'm going to take the vibrational blade here, somewhere there, and yeah, it's about there. Okay. So the idea is to pull the elbows apart. So here, get full stretch, and now slowly pull it apart, hold it. Can do this movement while you're holding. Just figured out how I can crisscross these things. Been doing it the hard way all this time. Oh my. Oh, I guess I have to go this way if I want to. So here the bands are still tugging on the elbows, and there's virtually no rest unless I turn around. Or hold the bands out like this to kind of take the tension off the rear deltoid. So that's getting it through its full range of movement. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's targeting the deltoids. Now I'm going to switch to side lateral raises, and that's where I'm going to configure this exercise here a certain way, and that's where I'm going to take the the door anchors and put it onto a single red band here, taking 2 of them like this, and the idea is to step on those. Then, to make sure I get the full range of movement, I'm taking a handle here, whoops, and I'm going to just attach it to this anywhere anchor. And the idea is to have an anchor point like this. In newer versions of the anywhere anchor, it includes a ring of sorts. So, and that is something that has been modified by the owner. Okay, so that's where the center point is. Slight adjustment. So the idea behind this is to So I'm going to take the door anchors here and put them on the the idea is to here balance the slack between the left and the right, and then I'm going to take and crisscross them onto the elbows here, and so that way I have tension that is okay. Balanced. All right, so, and then I'm going to alternate the greens like this. So the idea is to activate the medial deltoid at the stretch point, so there's tension here, the green bands are pulling them, and gonna stay through like this. Keep the knees locked, that way the vibration is activating the muscle. Really tell it's the blood flow is staying towards the shoulder area. certainly, well, that's why. Okay. Next up is front deltoids. So I'm going to take the door anchor off this guy and attach and secure, let's say, the one door anchor on one band here, and then take this other red band here that I had, like this, and this is going to be used for pressing upwards, so getting the rear deltoid, or not the rear deltoid, sorry, the front deltoid. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm also going to take something like that. Then, I'm going to take this green band here, and last week, just a little more forward. So with this green band here, I am going to use it so it's behind me, and it's going to tug on the front deltoid from a stretched position. So the idea is to keep the tension on here. Just a little bit more forward, just a little bit. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to take the red band, step on it like that, as well as the other side, so you can see here, and I will be pressing this upward. So let's begin. You can wave them a little bit like this. lot of discomfort. Whew. All right, next up is the rotator. I'm going to change the height of this band here to this guy here, one step up. And I'm going to place a ankle strap that's wrapped around a couple times. Alright, now I'm going to turn the plate perpendicular to the wall. So creating, maybe I'll start with the left today. I normally start with the other side. Today I'm going to start with this guy. Alright. So by having the pool noodle here, that's what I have, holding the elbow in place. So working on external rotation. And with that, I'm also going to rotate a little bit to get the full range of movement. So getting that tension on this part here. And then I'm going to rotate back and rotate away from the anchor point. And then that way, focusing on the very start of the tension or the movement. So and doing this here, I'm going to change the anchor point a little bit. So using the pool noodle, putting it on the other elbow, and using my fist to hold the elbow in place, creating a different feel. It certainly feels different. Alright, now I'm going to switch to the other side. And by having the ankle strap on the wrist, as opposed to holding it in the palm, the idea is to take the flexion out. So keeping the tension focused on the rear, on the rotator. same techniques here, facing towards the anchor point, putting more tension on the rotator, essentially using angles to keep the tension on. Now here, I'm going to change the angle. Back to the very first. Keep the elbow locked. Alright, last but not least for today is traps, and that's where I'm going to take orange bands along with the small ankle straps that I have wrapped around twice, and the idea is to work on the trapezius. So that's where I'm going to take 2 orange bands here, and today I'm going to face away from the camera, and I want to just see if you can see the activation of the trapezius itself. So and with this here, I'm going to take step on the bands and balance out the slack on both sides. Alright, like that. And then take the strap and put it like this here. That's what I'm doing. And that way I can keep the tension on the traps for the duration of it. So the idea is to have the be able to hold on to the straps. My hand, I can hold on for quite some time with my grip strength, but there comes a point where the blood is just squeezed out of my hands too much, and I can't hold it anymore, and I have to stop. So this is why I'm using the straps to help with that, so that way it doesn't, then I can keep the tension on the traps longer. So here I'm shrugging it up, using the vibration to agitate the muscle. So the traps are still being activated at this point here. So this makes making this exercise very good for that. So, and you want to build up the tension. So if you can't, if you're just starting out for the first time, always remember, start low and then work your way up. So here, all right. So that's it for the traps. And let's have a look at just a debrief, quick debrief of date stamps. So June 18th, 2026. Starting time today is 9:44 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So yes, I'm training earlier today. Maximum heart rate. So it's interesting today. So for the 2.5 minutes, I only hit 152, and it's just very interesting. I didn't have the energy levels today as I did yesterday, and I think a lot of that has to do with working the legs. The legs are a bigger muscle in the body, so they do take a lot of energy to reset and rebuild. So and I could feel it today. So it's very interesting to see how this went. But for the duration of the workout, it was good. This heart rate zone I didn't hit, so 165 to 186. And my real high is there, that range. So 209 to 221. And when I hit those heart rate zones, that I'm feeling good, real good. So, but today was not in it in the cards, not at least. Oops. Oh, hi Phil. Oh, really? I don't know who's messaging me. So, the topic that I wanted to touch base on was you can't out-train a bad diet. And this is something that is very, how would you say, commonly well known. And it's important to know that your diet is very important in terms of maintaining your muscle mass and functions in the body, and the choices that you make can compound right into good or bad things. So to talk a little bit about that, there is a presentation here that I'm just going to play for you, and it's featuring somebody who I have a lot of respect for. His name is Jeff Cavalier, and I found him many years ago, before he started recording videos in his current location. So if you go back to his basement, he was that's where I first found him. Where he had, I don't know, 200,000 subscribers. So that goes back quite a long time ago, and now he has over 10 million on his channel. So he's definitely well respected, and I'm going to play what he has to say here. Oops, let's just fix this here. I just realized I forgot to unplug one thing here. Let's try this again. And
get enough.
So it's kind of, see if I can hit refresh. All right, maybe it'll work now.
Seconds.
All right.
Injuries are road closures, not city shut.
So
I'll give you 25 years of fitness advice in just 60 seconds. Injuries are road closures, not city shutdowns. You got to find the detour and keep moving. All workout splits work, but the one that you haven't done in, let's say, over a year is likely to work a lot better than the one that you refuse to leave. Nutrition is simple. It's just not easy. The workout's just 1 hour. The real test is the other 23. Training to failure is the most reliable way to objectively make sure that you did enough in your workout to stimulate growth, but only if your recovery allows for it, because it truly is the key to making failure a success. Most tight muscles don't need more stretching. They need you to actually go through full range of motion on the exercises that you're already doing. Age isn't an alibi for effort. You don't stop training hard, you just stop training stupid. If you can't stop the weight at any point during the rep and hold it, then it's probably too heavy. Most supplements are optional, but to me, creatine, omega-3s, and protein are the closest thing to non-negotiable. Muscle soreness means that you just did something different, but joint soreness means that you did something wrong. Carbs do not make you fat. Too many calories make you fat, but carbs do make it easier for you to lose control. That is 25 years of fitness advice, and that is also just scratching the surface. If you want more, head to athletenext.com.
So one of the things that Jeff talks about is the non-negotiables, and he mentions, he says omega-3s, yes, protein, and but he also throws in creatine. And creatine, for many years, I was one of those. I was using it, and I think it's one of the industry's dirty little secrets because of how it's made. And essentially, it's basically very similar to that of salt. When you pressure cook the two ingredients, sodium sarcosinate and cyamananide, I think, or something like that. The two ingredients are circling around on various platforms as far as how it's made. And when I started training last year, in April, beginning in April, I actually, prior to that time, I took a complete year off. And it's something that has, well, it was more for doing recovery, and it had a lot to do with my knee, my right knee, and where I laid down on the power cord of the vibration plate the year before that, and I re-injured an old injury that I got when I was 12, 13 years old. And so being in a situation where I needed to take some time to recover, it was quite painful, actually, and didn't matter what how I kneeled on the ground, that pain would just fire, and has everything to do with the ligaments. And so that's why I took a year off. And at this point now, I feel good. I can put pressure on the knee. I still have to be a little careful because there's certain angles that if I apply pressure, then the pain will fire. So it's still a healing journey for me, but I would say from a recovery standpoint, I'm about 85 to 90% there, recovered. So which is allowing me to work around the pain and basically continue exercising the way I am. And one of the things that Jeff talks about is the resistance, so the weight. So if you can't lift weight and hold it isometrically, like, you know, let's say if I'm doing a side lateral raise, and I can take this here is, I'll show you, 15 pounds. So 15, 15, 15. And here I'm going to go and hold it up like this. 15. If you can't control that weight, then it's probably too heavy for you. So here I can control it. 15 pounds. And holding it isometrically like that is a sign of true muscle development. So by doing the vibration plate training the way I'm doing it, is it strengthening the muscle, allowing me to do what I just did? Yes, it is. So that when it comes to training the muscle doesn't know numbers. Never, it never will. Only it's you here. So, and if you can't control that weight, what you're lifting, then it's probably too heavy. And this is why I train with vibration the way I do, because I want to be able to control that resistance. Forcing the muscle, taking this off, to do the work. So training the way I do focuses on that. And I'm reaping the benefits from it. Can you reap the benefits if you choose to train the way I'm doing it? No. You keep watching and make a decision. And click on the links that you see in the description and support me. And I'll keep doing this to help motivate you to stay on track. Because it's one thing to do, you know, the set of exercises 3-4 times, let's say a month or whatever, once a week for that specific muscle group. But long term, you need to stay with it, because the body adapts to the conditions in which it's put through. So if the body recognizes, oh yeah, I don't need to keep these muscles strengthened, and then it becomes more of an energy source, you know, for the rest other parts of the body. And you're going to be walking everywhere, so your legs are going to get, you know, draw energy from somewhere, and that could be from other muscle groups too. So it's important to stay on top of your replenishment, and that way you can maintain balance between different muscle groups and different parts of the body. And when you maintain that balance, that's when you can reap the benefits long term. It's really no secret, but the hard part is the 23 hours after you train for an hour. Like, and this is what I'm doing. I'm just now 1 hour and 2 minutes and I'm done. And that's even with talking about some other topics in addition to that. So is it easy to do? Yep, you can do it from the comfort of your own home. And here, you know, I've got a pretty straightforward setup, just attaching that anchor strap, onto a piece of plywood which is screwed to the wall. Like you don't need to have a door per se, like with the door anchors that I have, but a door is generally, amount of free space, right? So, you kind of can you can be creative with your anchoring points. You can be outside if you wish too. So get more of the anchors and do that. But then, training with a vibration plate outdoors is kind of probably a little bit more challenging because you need to have the power, some electricity. So whichever you choose, always remember that when you do resistance training exercises, it resets and regenerates about 78 known DNA genes. Now, when there's several thousand more in the body, how do you go about resetting and regenerating that balance? Well, it comes by way of activating the process of photobiomodulation inside the body, which triggers it to produce the GHK-Cu tripeptide. And that's where it's going to take the three amigos, or the three aminos that I talk about, and you can see on the screen there, the X39 activates the process of the body to produce the GHK tripeptide. And when copper is floating around and it attaches to the GHK, that's when it becomes very therapeutic. And it has the strongest effects on the body in helping resetting and regenerating the several thousand DNA genes. Now, it has been studied that the GHK does this, and you should do it by way of your digestive system as opposed to injecting a tripeptide that's made in a lab. Really? You need something that's made in a lab? Why would you do that? Why are you born with a digestive system? You're going to pay top dollar for something that you're going to think you benefit from? Pay top dollar for foods and get yourself some equipment that you pay once for, and then put in the work, put in the effort, and then truly reap the health benefits and the longevity from that. And when you do that, then you can experience the comfort of living well, living long, and living young. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And when you complement that process with the cleanest and most absorbable, what I call deuterium depleted water with a hydrogen molecular bond angle of 114 degrees, that hydrogen is very clean at the isotope level, and it's not radioactive. And so when it's not radioactive, the body says, aha, I know what to do with that. And you're going to reap the benefits from that, and it dominoes into hundreds of positive things. So keep anything fluoride out of your body, because that also influences your glands in your body and can disrupt processes such as hormone production, antioxidants, and so forth, right? Like there's a combination of things. So you want to make sure you don't have chlorine and no fluoride. Those two guys right there, not good for you. And when you do that, then you're going to reap some benefits. And I'm trying to show you that by way of what I'm doing here. So if I got energy that's like the Energizer Bunny and I can keep going, well, hey, something to look at, because it's very good. So tune in tomorrow for Feel It Friday. I'm going to be playing with the cards, and I'll be shuffling them. So the workout will be completely probably different. The exercises, the movements will be the same, but the order in which they're done will be different, and that's what makes it challenging. So, and last week I was fast, so we'll see if I can top that this week or match it. And tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then. Have a good day.